Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There's no better place in the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the path of the pugilist, I highly recommend that you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? Sure. A decision you will not regret, but before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of our guild's story past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fist. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when bare-handed fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armored and armored gladiators, and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Oldar swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, the brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollments, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you are ready to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself to the Guildmaster's inspection? Way of the Pugilists. Gagaruna wishes to reaffirm your desire to join the Pugilist Guild. Master Haman is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For years, the man has ruled the blood sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show him the fighting spirit that burns within you.
Past time you got your ass back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Eh? You're not my own boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent. I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll. Oh, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity of Guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together and deliver endless fury of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can pugilist realize his potential. Yah! Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son. Give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Right, joining the guild. Before you do, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now.
Can you go the distance? Sure.
Yes, you have the fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log, opponents that you might hone your skills against. And so to make the budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of hora. They're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons, and let me know when you're ready to begin.
Okay, quick note. He just handed me a weapon, but as you can see, I have no weapons. Pugilist and eventually monk use essentially fist weapons like knuckles and claws and that sort of thing. I like the idea more of actually just using my my bare fist to fight, and there happens to be a glamour weapon called the Emperor's New Fist that is basically a invisible fist weapon. So you can glamour that onto your weapon and make it sort of look like you're attacking with your fist. It does look a little odd because the animation is still assuming you're holding on to something, but yeah, it still makes it look like you're attacking with fist, which I prefer because it is a fantasy setting and a lot of the weapons in the game are a little fanciful, but monks are ridiculous. You would break your hands if you used most of them. I mean, like I said, a lot of weapons are kind of superfluous, but monks are particularly bad. So I stick with my fist. So anyway, just a quick thing since he said he handed me something. That's why I'm barehanded. Anyway. My fist aura. My first aura. Hammond wishes to teach you your first lesson.
Looking every bit the pugilist, son. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin in Thanalan. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when your deed is done. Now, this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the aura I just gave you. Counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell, say. Ah, you're back, and none the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor is truly a blessed thing. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. So get out there, Raid, and let your fists fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. Ha ha ha!
Guildmaster Hammond wishes you to learn the basics of combinations.
You've been training hard, Raid. I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength of your fists. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Old I want you to run across the city and pick it all up. Now, that's my money lying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an Almajal warband on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint Of course, you can't just go on sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest after a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight. Otherwise, you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over. And you'll be sorry if you bet on yourself.
Wait, what? Great. Oh, great, oh joy, oh wonderful day. Freaking searching quest. Not here.
Your quest sucks, old man.
Here it is. Amazing this money is just lying there to take. Excuse me, ladies.
That's my...
Blah, blah, blah. Fated Guild. Bent and fated beyond recognition, even the most desperate of beggars will pause before accepting this coin. Oh, that's a good reason.
500 gil! Crikey, this is good for a week's worth of... I mean, well done, Raid. Now that you've all warmed up, we can see it to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Thanalan. There you'll find 4 large stones. The Trial Stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid boot-shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth sprites that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard-pressed, there's no shame to running away. You're still learning the ropes, after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now off you go, Raid, and good luck. So you've given the earth sprites what for? Well done, Raid. By smiting stone and earth, you forge unyielding weapons of your fists. You're a nigh endless fount of vigor, Raid. Aye, just like myself back in my younger days.
This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about.
Well, of course he's promising. He's training under Hammond Holy Fist!
That's our Master Hammond.
Raid, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chuchuto.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve Master Hammond's right hand, though there's still much more I've yet to learn. Together, let's strive for mastery of our art.
Chuchuto. Yeah, Chuchuto joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other, to be sure, but...
Let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Raid's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gear from him? My gear is rather worn down, and I do need the money for repairs.
Yes, Raid's future with us is bright indeed. If he keeps up his efforts, he may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's ripe, I'll have another little lesson for you. Ho 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 ho!
Burning up the Quarter Mulm. Guildmaster Hammond wishes you to build upon your knowledge of combinations.
Ah, there you are, Raid. I see you've been training hard as ever. Aye, your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time, you learned the basics of combinations. Today I would have you build upon that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild, along the merchant strip. By way of warm-up, I want you to deal each one a Charlotte Boot Shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who gathered to watch.
The mannequin stands there, and though it is silent, you can't help but feel it is mocking you.
So the wooden dummies have felt your wrath? Good. Now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is not any hodgepodge of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist's arsenal. It goes like this. Lead with a swift boot shine combo. Keep your foe off balance with a true strike. Then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With practice, combinations such as this will become second nature. They must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. Now you'll need some opponents to practice on. Kikurin that infests the rat's nest in central Thanalan ought to serve. Hit them with a snap punch 3 times and we'll call the lesson well learned.
Oh, this, might be a little harder. They die too quick! Oh well. I'll get it. I like the kid friend, they're cute. Okie dokie. I don't know why I scroll down so far.
Huh? You already mastered the snap punch combination? Crikey, Raid, you're natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I treat you to a demonstration here and now, except...
I'm liable to tear down an entire guild in the process. Master Hammond has a pre-chant for regaling us with tales of its exploits, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite is the victory over the fearsome marauder Wild Axe, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless they say you couldn't see his hands. Or so the legend goes.
One never gets old.
Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly astounding, Raid. If I don't keep on my toes, you're likely to surpass me in a matter of moons.
Just between you and me, Chuchuto's been in a slump of late. It all began when her closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Rurukuta's the lad's name, and he and Chuchuto joined the guild together. The two of them were born to refugees and were orphaned into calamity. Not long after I was made guildmaster, I found them on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would. I took them in and clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they say they wanted to become pugilists like me, and so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. What that we knew what had become of Rurukuta. But we were talking about you, Raid. You've impressed me yet again, and I hope you continue to do so. Keep up the good work, you hear?
Good ARR, good old ARR, expressive warrior of light. Keep up the good work, you hear? I stare at you with 1,000 yalm stare. This means yes. Anyway, the spirit was willing. Guildmaster Harmon believes you are ready for your next lesson.
Ah, there you are, Ray. I hope you've come prepared for a lesson. Today I want you to go and fight the toxic toads near the nest at that nest at the unholy air. Make no mistake, son, these toads are huge, which means they have a huge guts. But that's besides the point. The point is, you'll need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well, so bide your time and wait for an opening. And when that opening shows, whack! Rip and tear through your foes with your fists until it is done. Excuse me, sorry. As proof that you've defeated the toads, I want you to bring me 5 of their legs. Chuchuto and I will be waiting for you at Black Brush Station. Your lesson continues there.
I'm taking part in today's lesson as well. Good luck to the both of us.
So did you bring me the toad legs?
Toxic toad legs. Not as toxic as the name would have you believe, and it tastes like chocobo.
Aye, this is the stuff, alright. Now I just needed some butter, a slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of...
Master?
What I meant to say was you've done well to defeat the toxic toads, Raid. For the next part of your lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against...
The talk was true! Heaven Holy Fist is really here!
I can take nary a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans. Such is the price of fame.
Please, sir, I have a grave need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through the Blackbrook station. I've forwarded this to the Brass Blades and Stone Torches, asked them to put an end to it, but they both turned a blind eye. Somnus. That's the mind-warping substance made from dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into an eternal slumber. A dear friend suffered that very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling. I'm just an ordinary person. There's precious little I can do.
You've done enough to ring word to me, friend. For as surely as Hammond Holyfish is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in the dungeon before the bell is through.
12s bless you, sir. You're truly a hero to us all.
Slight change of plans, Raid. In place of our endurance test, we're going to find and apprehend the smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You too. Find out what you can from the people of Blackbrush Station. Report back once you've learned something.
Searching for Somnus smugglers, you say? What is it they're associated with the Alacran? A coalition of cold-blooded criminals. But beware, they always act in alliance.
There's an abandoned Kikurin lair a short distance west of Coffer and Coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wild berth. Ideal for a smuggling operation, wouldn't you say?
It appears the silver-haired Lalafell has been skulking about the station recently. It was headed west, bearing a suspicious burden.
Alacran, a likely hideout, and a silver-haired Lalafell. I don't like the sound of this, not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Kikurin lair west of the Coffer Coffin. We'll lie in wait for them there. Oops, too soon. Those balls! That's...
Yeah, we really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wegfar's bound to be pleased. Save the talk. We've crates to move. Rurukuta, it is you, isn't it? Chuchuto and Master. It's been a while. You've vanished from the guild with nary a word, and we find you out here smuggling Somnus with these villains. What is the meaning of this?
Ruruka, Boy, these names. Rurukuta, my boy, I didn't teach you how to fight so you could become a pox of society. My student or no, you must be held accountable. Chuchuto, Raid, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. You lot, take care of these meddlers.
Show them the fruits of your training, Raid! I got these myself. Excellent. Have no fear, we're students of Hammond Holy Fist. Commandments are all yours, Raid. Where the Marauder's sweeping swings. That's a good chance.
Hammond, Holy Fist. If you know who I am, then you'll know what's good for you. Come quietly or there'll be trouble.
Holy Fist. Don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? What in the world are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. I was out in the wilds training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels and was about to call out when I saw this.
You would challenge the Holy Fist. You have fighting spirit, I grant you, but you do well to know your limits. So be it! Ah!
Master?
You read my every move. You're no ordinary marmot.
Master!
All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens when my time came. The gods are cruel.
Master, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself! Now you've seen it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot. A common bleeding marmot. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I can scarce believe my eyes. Wait till Master Wigfar learns of this. I can't believe it. How did Master become so weak?
Forgive me, Chuchuto, Raid. I didn't mean to deceive anyone. least of all my students. Hammond Holyfist conquered every foe that stood before him, but he couldn't conquer old age. My strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I would be alone for a while. I'll make my own way back to the guild. From now on, you're to do what Chuchuto bids, Raid.
I've been doing some thinking, Raid. While 'tis true that Master had been deceiving us, he meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. I could never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed, Master Hammond has lost his sense of purpose, his will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, but for this he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Raid, Master ever said that you remind him of his younger self. If you were to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare hope that it would rekindle his fighting spirit. To this end, I will teach you a new technique, one which Master Hammond used to great effect during his prize fighting days. Steel Peak it's called, and it sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own, Raid, and strive to grow stronger still. When next Master Hammond beholds you, he will surely be moved to action. Hammond is dire need of cheering up, keeping the spirit alive.
Oh, it's you, Raid. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you. If I ever did at all. You're far better off training under Chuchuto. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave me be.
I was so hopeful that seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Hammond out of his doldrums. Seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Hammond once did, overcome the self-same challenges that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires of his fighting spirit. Listen well, Raid. Master once told me that you used to refine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures into unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the hornet clouds there. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to stir the biokin from their hives bear the mark of his fists. If you want to seek out these trees and do as Master Hammond once did, strike them with the boot-shine combo and fight the hornet clouds that emerge. Once you have felled enough of the creatures to collect 3 of their stingers, return here and present them to Master Hammond. They will remind him of his better days, I am sure of it. random lizard. How dare you punch that tree? Grawr. There it is. Okay.
What is it now? Can you leave a feeble old man in peace?
Hornet Stinger. These sharp appendages each contain a single drop of poison. It is, however, extremely difficult to remove one from the carcass of a hornet without the drop spilling.
Those balls! These are hornet stingers! You trained as once I did out in Drybone? Those hornet clouds were right pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the, places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, the memories of my younger days come flooding back, but I wouldn't give to relive them. Raid, I want you to fight me, right here, right now! Make me remember what it is to be young again, to have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Ready or not, here I come! Make me feel good, Raid! That'll leave a bruise. Yes, it's starting to come back to me! You won't have it so easy this round, Raid! There's no stopping the Holy Fist!
I can't bear to watch!
Have you no respect for the elderly? Yes! Yes! My strength returns! Come on, let's go in one more round!
Again?
Get ready to feel the power of Hammond Holy Fist! I'm just getting started! More Raid! Give me more! I feel so alive! God, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever! When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. Perhaps there's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet, see if I don't! What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk? You're Wickfar Weldax! Ain't none called me that in ages. There ain't not since the day you defeated me on the Blood Suns. I gave a prize fighting after that for the humiliation, but it wasn't long till I found a place in the Alacran. Your boy Rurukuta works for me now. Imagine me surprised when I learned he used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. But Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told.
How do you sleep at night, knowing how flaccid you've become? Of course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you can always try a whiff of somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample. Like as not, a doddering old sort like you won't even wake up again.
Shut your mouth, Wagfar. I'll shut it for you.
Now, let's be civilized for a moment, eh? We're old friends after all, and friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'll be glad to lend a helping hand. By way of motivating you, how about we have us a rematch? Of course, it'd be to take place in public just like old times. Oh, there should be a fitting purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the Pugilist Guild.
What? That's ridiculous, Master. You're not obligated to take him up on this.
This must be a little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep an eye on her as me personal assistant.
Do you really mean to fight him?
Have no fear, Chuchuto.
Master...
Raid, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you. But the fate of the guild rests upon your shoulders!
I don't believe this.
Listen to me, Chuchito. I know I can do this. I just need Raid to keep getting stronger, as he's been doing so far. Fighting him reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Wigfar as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats, if not lying dead in a pool of my own blood. But I'm determined to win, and I can help with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to raging, Raid. So keep at your training. I promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here and we'll both continue our lessons.
Star-crossed rivals. Hammond appears to be in higher spirits.
I swear each time I see you, you remind me more and more of my younger self. At this rate, you're like to transform into a handsome devil before the moon's over. Now then, I believe you're here to learn. Unfortunately, I'm in no condition to teach. This is rather embarrassing to admit, but my eagerness to prepare for the big rematch, I've overtrained and thrown my back out. I tell you, old age is hell's. Fair Chuchuto will have to tend to you in my stead.
Seems the prospect of facing his old rival has lit a veritable fire under Master Hammond's backside. I am so relieved to see that he has a purpose again. The trick now is to keep a lid on his zeal, lest he injure himself. But let us speak of your lesson. When you're ready, come and meet me at Little Alamigo. I have a challenge in mind that you are certain to find stimulating. I've been waiting for you, Raid. Today your training will be to prepare for Master Hammond's training. I've brought with me a set of striking dummies, and I want you to deploy them at certain locations. Lest you think this task to be drudgery, the locations are rife with peril. Your skills will most certainly be put to the test. By way of advice, you must approach dangerous fiends. Lightness of foot is your greatest ally. Off with you now, Raid. Go set up those striking dummies. I shall await your return. side? Must be. Yep. Striking dummy. A wooden dummy outfitted with several pegs. Basic training equipment for any aspiring pugilist. Don't mind me, just setting up some striking dummies here. Excellent work, Raid. All that's left is to have Master Hammond come and train. What are you doing here? Adventure is a negative influence on Master Hammond. I'm gonna see to it that he never bothers him again. What are you talking about? Raid's the best thing that's happened to Master in years. If you want a piece of him, you'll need to deal with me, too.
Out of the way, Chuchuto!
No, I won't let you hurt Raid.
How? Tear the man apart!
It's trouble, Raid. Finish it as quick as you can. You leave me no choice. What's that? What did you find that thing?
That creature will sap your strength.
Oh, that creature will sap his strength. Avoid its gaze. Why, Rurukuta? Why are you so bent on bringing down Master Hammond and seeing the guild in ruins?
You have it all wrong. I'm doing this for Master's own sake. It's true I left the guild for the shock of seeing Master in that pathetic state. And it's true I got involved with some unsavory types, but where else was I supposed to go? Me, a refugee without a guiltless name. But for all the ungrateful things I've done, I've never forgotten how Master Hammond took me in and instructed me in the ways of the fist. That is why I want him to give up his foolish notion of facing Wegfar. You don't know what it's like. You don't know that man like I do, Chuchuto. Should this fight come to pass, I fear Master won't walk away with his life. It doesn't matter that Master has grown weak and feeble. I just want him to live, even if it means having him swallow his pride.
Oh, Rurukuta, why didn't you just say so? But now I know your mind. I can say with confidence that you have no cause to fear. Raid is not the plague that you think he is. It's his will to succeed that's inspiring Master to regain his former strength. And when the day of the rematch finally comes, I've no doubt he'll wallop that odious Wegfar to the 7th hell and back.
I pray that you're right. But whatever happens, know that I cannot help you. Not where I am. Chuchuto, Raid, and leave Master Hammond in your care.
Gods, that felt liberating! Trading blows with Rurukuta and learning his true agenda. A great burden has been lifted off my chest. Let us return to the guild, Raid. You've had your training, and now it's time for Master Hammond's.
Welcome back, Raid. I told you kindly set up some dummies for me. But gods, man, did you have to put them in such dangerous places? To make matters worse, Chuchuto's hidden my grog and says I won't see a drop of it until I finish training. How the hell am I supposed to loosen my phlegm now? That girl will make a fine guildmaster when the time comes. I heard about Rurukuta as well, of course. All those shortcomings, the boy has a good heart. But while his concern is touching, I won't run from Wegfar. Not today, and not ever. On that note, I best get ready for my little jaunt to Little Amigo. If I can't face down a few mindless beasts, I'm in no shape to challenge Wegfar. Don't slack off, Raid. I'll leave you in my dusty wake.
Return of the Holy Fist. Hammond would request your aid in his training.
I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did, son. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there. I'll take it by having another bout with you, Raid. I want you to meet me out in the Sagoli Desert at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. That place is home to the most luscious Makoti maidens this side of Eorzea. Gods, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. This landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eye can see, crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet, spaghetti-clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I will remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me the epithet of Holy Fist. That's where I'd have you enter, Raid. Sparring with you is what first got me back in the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job. Before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you here. What? Don't I need to warm up too? Oh, don't you worry. I had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. If you don't want to be outdone by this old man, you best run along and give them more of the same. I see you've seen to the sandworms. Marvelous! Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident that I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wegfar, I'll need more than just endurance. I'll need to remember how each strike transitions into the next. And you're going to help refresh my memory by pummeling the sense back into me. Hit me, Raid! Hit me with everything you've got! Don't hold back! That's it! Give me more! Yes, this pain! I can feel it working! This feeling! This is it! This is what I call growing pains. Now we fight. This time I'm going to give as much as I get. I'm not finished yet. Mark me. Next trap will be mine. Nothing can keep me down. Brace yourself, Raid. I've a mind to finish this. I'm nothing if not persistent. I have it. I've got it! As a river flows to sea, heedless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Oh, that even rhymes! Thank you, Raid. The raging torrent of your blows has been a strike of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything!
Master, it's Wigfar! The man is back in Ul'dah, and he's demanding that you fight him! Now!
So it begins. Very well, I will go to settle the score with Wigfar. He will be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned.
I didn't expect you to come so soon, if at all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd sooner not have to hurt you. Just give up now, we can put an end to this mama's thoughts, and live out the rest of your days in peace.
The only mama's thoughts I see is a man trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. Well, I'm gonna make you the same offer. Walk away, and you won't get hurt.
They say Hammond Holy Fist's going to perform his legendary technique. Right here on the avenue? Is it safe?
I see age has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny you? Just remember, there ain't no going back once your head goes flying.
Just like old times. Eh, Wigfar?
Hurrah! Did you see that? Because I sure the hell didn't. He was too fast.
No! This can't be! I refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool! Get your asses out here, all of you! In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. Just a drop it in, your body burns as hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn bugger.
Rurukuta, but why? I refuse to fight on the side of cheats.
Say your prayers to whatever gods you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers will recognize you. I'll lop your heads and shake down your necks.
Leave Wigfar to me.
You heard Master Hammond. We'll take care of the minions. I have your back. Master, wait there. The man's gone mad. Holy hell, Wigfar's maining his own. Utter madness. Keep clear of Wigfar!
Wow, you're as tough as old Martin, Hartman. Maybe I'll try something tender, like a slice of your adorable students. No way, Pa. It's me that you wanted to fight.
Watch out, Raid! Raidfar comes! You did it, Master Harmon! You won!
Master. No, Chuchuto. We won. This victory wasn't mine alone.
Holy hang at fistacuffs! That was incredible! You wiped the avenue with those crooks!
I'm gonna tell my grandchildren tales that what happened here. Our work here is done. Let's all go home. To the guild.
Guild hasn't changed one bit.
I want to thank you again, Raid. It's because of you I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Rurukuta has come to his senses, and Chuchuto's back to her bubbly self.
Please forgive me, Master. I'll have no more to do with the Alacran. I'll roam the lands till I find myself, and strive to become a great pugilist like you. You've only just returned, and you're leaving us already? I don't suppose there's aught I can say that'll change your mind, but if you ever want for company or a sparring partner, know that you're always welcome here.
Youthful vigor is truly a blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's no doubt in my mind you'll do me proud. As for you, Raid, your combinations were a sight to behold, and right painful to receive. In helping me with my training, you've come to on your own as a pugilist. The time's ripe that I taught you the technique that won me countless bouts on the blood sands. I call it Demolish. Unleashed when in the Kuro form, it combines powerful punches and kicks that'll send your opponent reeling. You have grown strong, Raid, but your journey as a pugilist is far from over. You'll get as far as I have. To get as far as I have, you'll have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's naught you can't achieve. I'm the living proof. Forge onward, young one, to create a legend for yourself never to be forgot.